I'm Laura Ray, and I never in my life thought I could skip foundation. Today, I want to share with you a product I've found that I'm really amazed by. I always love the idea of going without foundation, but I just thought my skin was too terrible to be able to ever do that. Most of my life, I've had acne. Now I'm close to 59 years old. We all have discoloration and things just from being our age and being alive that long. But my skincare has done so much for me. Now that I'm through menopause, it seems I'm not breaking out anymore, and my skin is actually about the best it's ever been. I can't believe I'm saying those words. So what I want to share with you today is from an esthetician. Alana Mitchell developed a line several years ago of what we would call clean beauty. And I've read so many great reviews about this product. That's why I wanted to try it. I heard people say that it had a beautiful texture to it, that it didn't leave a white cast on the skin, which is a big deal breaker for me. I heard people say that it wasn't orangey. I've tried so many of these products that looked orange on my skin. Also, that it wasn't cakey. And the biggest selling point is I can wear it under foundation. So if you feel you do need more coverage, you can use this as a primer. Now, as far as sunscreen, it is a 44 sunscreen. That's perfect for me. I'm not a sun worshiper. I do go out walking, dancing, as most of you know, and exercising. So I'm out for a short period of time, and this gives me just the coverage I need. This has 16 moisturizing ingredients in it. I love that because I want something that's going to moisturize my skin as well as be a sunscreen. Now, for those of you that this may be the first video you have seen, I have extremely sensitive skin. I've used some very strong acne medication over the years. Benzoyl peroxide with sulfur. I've used tretinoin. So over time, I have developed very sensitive skin to products. Now wearing this, I have no rashes, no breakouts. That is huge for me. I've tried many sunscreens that have left me with a full face, arms, and chest of rash that took 3 or 4 days to clear up. So my skin has been very reactive to different sunscreens. This just goes on beautifully. It feels so elegant. Now, I've tried so many of these types of products. I've shown many here in my videos over the almost 9 years I've been on YouTube. So I've talked about a lot of these. And what I love about this too is it's a very neutral tone. Many of these are either too pink looking, too orangey looking, but this has a neutral cast to it without white. So I am really enjoying that. I can use it up under the eye without it irritating. You never want to get any of these products in your eyes, but I can go around the eyes without getting irritation. Now, one thing that some people said online that it is very glowy. Some people like more of a matte look. So if you like a matte look, then you would either need to powder over this or not purchase it because it's not going to be your type of product. But you do get a glow without stickiness. So I'm going to do a little extra under the nose. I tend to get red around there. I have a lot of broken capillaries there. And I've thought about having them zapped, but the problem is when you have an area where you have veins that break, they tend to break again. So I've learned that. I've had my legs done and they break back in the same place again. So I'm not going to have them done again. So I'm going to bring this down onto the neck. And of course, if I were going outside, I'm just home this morning filming, I would do my chest, my ears, just get everything covered. So this is how it looks without any powder, any blush yet, or anything. Just the actual Alana Mitchell. I'm going in with my Jouer powder. This is one many of you asked me to try, and I'm loving it. It gives such a beautiful look to the skin. It's so lightweight. I'm not really a fan of powder unless it is lightweight. Otherwise, it just looks so heavy on my skin. I don't like that at all. And this is in the shade Fair. From the reviews I read, it sounded like the deeper shades would be too much and might not get the shade I wanted for my skin. So I went ahead and bought it in Fair. Normally I have light medium for a lot of powders that I have. And this brush I'm using is a Bdellium double dome brush. I talk about it all the time. It's really meant for foundation, for giving an airbrush look, but I feel like it works great for powder too. And I like not having to have multiple brushes. So this is the Alana Mitchell with the Jouer powder. Now let's add a little color, a little blush. I decided I wanted to use this MAC blush. I bought it several months ago. It's in the shade Dainty, and I think it's just such a beautiful color for spring. And you see, even my shawl I'm wearing, I am ready for the spring. I am tired of cold weather. Even in Florida here, we had some pretty cold weather down into the 20s, teens a few times. Oh, that's really pretty. And I'm just pressing the blush in. I used to do more like this. Now I do more of a tapping motion. And there you can see what a lift that gives to the skin. And a lot of you have been talking about liking bringing the blush up even into the eyeshadow area. I think that's such a beautiful look. I'm glad whoever made that comment in one of my recent videos. I do love that too. It sort of ties everything together. So I'm going to bring this up and pull it into the eye area. Oh, I'm really liking that. I'm going to add a little concealer. I really wouldn't normally do that. I think what I've done is enough, but I love this Winky Lux so much. It's in the shade Light Beige, and this has become such a favorite of mine. And you know I love this brush, the Huda. This is her concealer brush. I'm going to just go into the inner corner just to sort of lift the eye a little bit, the outer corner. And I just pounce and sort of push the concealer into the skin just to brighten up this area a little bit. Most days I don't bother with concealer, but if I look a little tired, I think this really wakes up the eyes. It's one of my all-time favorite concealers because it's very emollient. It moves beautifully, like if you took your concealer and put oil into it. It just blends out nicely. It doesn't cake in my under eye area. It lasts all day. So you can see the difference between the two eyes, that the Winky Lux, even though I didn't buy a super bright shade, I bought light beige. I think it really brightens the under eye. And there you go, all done with that. Now, if I feel I need a little extra coverage, what I do is take a little more of the Winky Lux and just go like around the sides of my nose where the capillaries are, just to blend that in a little bit. Let's finish off with a little light beige L'Oreal bronzer here. I just, even in the summer, love a little bronzer. It just gives a color to the face. And just go around the edge here. Now, to me, when I'm looking at myself here, it looks like I've put foundation on. When I look right now at my skin, I really can't believe it. This is lighter than a CC cream. I really like that. Recently, I've been retrying one I've bought a lot, the IT Cosmetics CC cream. This is much lighter than that. I'm getting the sunscreen. I'm getting the moisturization in the skincare in here. So I just can't believe how great my skin feels. And with the rest of my makeup applied that I always wear to work, I think this is such a prettier look than even when I do wear foundation. Would you consider wearing a product like this? Let me know in the comments, and let me know if you think it looked as good as foundation. Some of you have watched me for years, so you know how my skin normally looks when I wear foundation or a BB or CC cream. I just say right now, looking in the mirror, I'm so impressed with this. It really is fantastic. I love the way it feels on my skin. My skin doesn't feel dry at all. So I think this would actually be something that would be great for me in the winter time because my skin feels so hydrated. Let me know in the comments. I'll look forward to hearing from you. And I love you all so much. I hope you have a blessed and beautiful week. If you like this video and you'd like more like this, please let me know. And if you'll give the video a thumbs up, that tells me you really did enjoy it. Love you all.